Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We are starting to add in a couple of breaks in between the dense cloud cover across mid-Michigan this afternoon. Most of us still dealing with those mostly cloudy conditions. Notice on satellite and radar, however, a lot more in the way of sunshine to our west, which will be moving into our region over the course of the next few hours here. Temperature-wise, 48 degrees in Lansing and Ionia. We're at 44 for our current temperature in Jackson and 46 degrees over in Owasso and Howell. Our cloud cover will begin to decrease as we go throughout the rest of the day. Temperatures today topping out in the mid-40s. And we do have some warmer temperatures to talk about as we go throughout the rest of the work week. Those details and more coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at noon starts right now.
WMMS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at noon.
Now at noon, the House will be in session today for the first time in 54 days, with all eyes on a vote to end the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. It is our top story at noon. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kirk Montgomery. They are expected to vote this evening on a bill to reopen the government. Most Democrats still oppose the Senate-passed plan because it does not extend subsidies to make the Affordable Care Act premiums more affordable. But even though Republicans can only lose 2 votes and still pass the bill, they are confident it will pass tonight and be sent to President Trump's desk for his signature. Natalie Brand is here for you now with the latest from Washington.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says he's optimistic ahead of tonight's vote to reopen the government.
We're very optimistic about the vote tally tonight. We think this is going to happen, and we're sorry that it took this long.
The Senate-passed deal made it through the House Rules Committee on a party-line vote early Wednesday morning.
Democrats thought this political stunt would give them leverage. They used the American people as leverage, and for what? Really? So big insurance companies can continue collecting big payouts.
Republicans on the committee rejected Democratic amendments, including one to extend the Enhanced Affordable Care Act health subsidies Democrats have been demanding.
This should be something that Republicans should have come and negotiated with us, but they wouldn't do that.
As House members race to return to Capitol Hill,
I'm on my way to D.C.
Some are finding creative ways to get back amid airport snarls, including Wisconsin Congressman Derek Van Orden riding 950 miles on his Harley. Even with an end in sight, the question remains how long before government functions can return to normal. Air travelers are expecting another day of delays, and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says it's still too early to know when flight reductions at major airports could be lifted.
We're going to wait to see the data on our end before we take out the restrictions in travel, that 6% we have in place right now. But it depends on controllers coming back to work.
Duffy says air traffic controllers will start getting paid within 24 to 48 hours of the government reopening. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Today, 6 News is working to learn what led to a shooting on Lansing's south side that killed a teenager and landed another behind bars. It happened yesterday afternoon at the Arbors at Georgetown apartment complex near West Miller Road. 6 News was on the scene where police tape and dozens of police cars surrounded that complex. We're told it was an active shooter situation for several hours until police arrested a 19-year-old man accused of pulling the trigger. An 18-year-old died in the shooting despite life-saving measures attempted on the scene. The group Survivors Speak, along with advocates, families, and others, gathered at the state capitol today for the Stand Up, Speak Out rally, a peaceful demonstration against the Michigan Department of Corrections. The group points out what they call the MDOC's ongoing failures in providing adequate health care, including conditions that they say have led to preventable suffering and death within state prisons.
It's infuriating to know that those conditions exist because the prison and the state have known about these conditions for years, and they have continued to choose to let the women suffer.
It's time for our elected officials to act on this. People have already died, and if they don't do something, more people will die.
The event also urged the Michigan government to uphold the human rights of all incarcerated people. Heads up for book lovers, the new Barnes & Noble Frandor location is now officially open. A ribbon-cutting ceremony this morning made it official. It features 16,000 square feet of books, toys, games, gift items, and more, including a B&N cafe. And it's located in the former Party City space.
Being a boomer, we were brought up with print, and that's our strength, and boomers are still millions, and we rely on hard copy, and I think books serve that population particularly. I don't think the print medium is going to last another 50 years.
The new Lansing Barnes & Noble is the bookseller's 50th new store to open in 2025. Happening right now, the Greater Lansing Food Bank is hosting its 35th annual Empty Bowls event, one of its biggest fundraisers of the year. Each guest will receive a handcrafted bowl filled with a soup, symbolizing how even simple, humble meals can nourish and empower our bodies. It's happening at the Food Bank's distribution center in Bath. This year's event is open house style, meaning you can come anytime between now to 1:30 or from 4 to 7. Now, to buy your tickets or check out more information, just head to the Scene on 6 section of our website, WLNS.com.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We still needed to bundle up across mid-Michigan to start off our Wednesday morning. Temperature-wise, however, we were slightly warmer than average. Normally by this time of year, we're waking up to overnight lows near 33 degrees. Slightly warmer than that, 36, the temperature we started off with in Lansing this morning. Waking up to temperatures as cool as 37 degrees in places like Owasso, Ionia, and over in Howell. Our morning low in Jackson, a little bit closer to average compared to other locations, cooling down to 34 degrees. So if you did go outside this morning, yes, you had to bundle up, but hopefully you were able to catch the northern lights, a beautiful display of them, in fact, across mid-Michigan. This picture coming to us from Amber over in Pittsford. You can see that sky lighting up in those gorgeous shades of green, that little bit of reddish pink, and a little bit of yellow on the horizon as well. A very similar picture captured by John over in North Adams, still absolutely beautiful. They were able to send this in to us using our website, WLNS.com/share. I mentioned that because there is another chance to view the northern lights across the area tonight, and it will come along with those mostly clear conditions. So perfect viewing conditions. However, the geomagnetic event that kind of produces these northern lights, not going to be as strong as the one that we saw last night. However, notice still a chance to view those across the area. And again, we are going to have some really nice conditions to view that as well. Outside right now, mostly cloudy conditions across mid-Michigan. A lot more in the way of sunshine off to our west, which will eventually be moving in as we go throughout the second half of our Wednesday. So even though we are going to see a little bit more in the way of sunshine this afternoon and evening, notice it is still going to be very breezy. Wind gusts anywhere between 25 to 35 miles per hour as we go throughout the rest of the day today, which means even though I have a high of 46 degrees in the forecast, it is going to feel like we are stuck in the 30s as we go throughout the rest of the day today. Precision Cast, however, not going to show a lot in the way of activity as we go throughout the rest of the work week. So we have decreasing cloud cover in the forecast for the rest of the day today, mostly clear conditions in place overnight tonight. More sunshine expected just in time for our Thursday. By Friday, mostly sunny, partly cloudy conditions in the forecast, and it will come along with some warmer high temperatures. In fact, by Friday, likely going to make it up to a high in the mid-50s, and yes, we are going to be even warmer just in time for the start of the weekend. However, it is going to come along with the chance for rain. Outside right now, you can see a little bit of sunshine over in Grand Ledge and here in the city of Lansing. Temperatures right now generally sitting in the mid to upper 40s. We're at 48 degrees over in Grand Ledge, 47 for our current temperature in St. John's, 44 degrees over in Jackson, cooling down into the low 40s in places like Hillsdale and Adrian. But of course, it is still very windy, so we do still have to factor in those wind chill temperatures. Wind chills, or those feels like temperatures, currently sitting in the mid to upper 30s in places like Jackson, Marshall, Coldwater, and over in Hillsdale as well. Temperatures for today will be slightly below average, but warmer compared to what we saw yesterday, topping out near 46 degrees. We'll continue that warming trend over the course of the next few days. Overnight lows in the low 30s tonight. So if you are going outside to catch a glimpse of the northern lights, yet again, you'll need to bundle it up. We'll trade off those cooler temperatures, however, with a high of 55 degrees on Friday. Our next best chance for rain, likely going to be a couple of scattered rain showers Saturday afternoon. Okay. They come along with a gorgeous high temperature of 60 degrees.
That's amazing.
However.
And welcome back, by the way.
Yeah.
Because you missed some of our coldest weather of the year so far, but it followed you. You were in Atlanta.
I was in Atlanta, and we had a couple of flurries on Monday.
That's wild.
But you know what? I brought the warmer weather back with me.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, and welcome back. All right, still ahead on 6 News at noon. There's